Folks, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to Just a Podcast. Becca is back, folks. She is back. We're
Yes.
just going to jump right into it.
Jumping.
This isn't actually story time, but
It's not a story.
last semester, I thought you and Colin were graduating together.
Nope.
And I remember being kind of sad because I said, this is too much. There's too many people leaving, and then I didn't know what to do. And a bit before, I think I texted you something about getting a photo before the graduation since it was
Yes.
virtual. Then that's when he told me I actually have another semester.
Yeah, you get me
And
for another couple months.
mind blown at this.
And if GCU lets people keep coming on campus next semester, like after, once I'm no longer a student, I'm going to be in Arizona for a while longer.
Whoa,
You still get me.
Okay.
You're not getting rid of me yet.
Wow.
So there's no end date on when I'm officially leaving Arizona.
Okay.
So.
Well, studio audience, can we clap for that? Everybody that's here.
Cue the applause.
Yes, the applause. I remember the last day Colin, I had class with him. I was trying to walk with him and Ethan as long as I could, just chatting about life and things. And then I realized, even though it was a challenge, I had to part ways for that particular moment at least, and kind of walked back to where I needed to go. And Ethan and Colin went to get lunch or breakfast somewhere.
Some food.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Ethan's still here.
Mm-hmm.
So you can be like, you!
Get over here!
Get here!
I need to ASAP.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
Man. I had something I wanted to talk about, but now it's disappeared from me. This is where we there's gonna be a quick commercial break during this little moment here. Let me try it out.
Don't go away. We'll be right back with Just a Podcast on YouTube.
When you're really hungry, only the rich, meaty sauce of Chef Boyardee can tame the beast in you.
And now back to Just a Podcast here on YouTube.
Yes, I like waffles.
Oh, well, here we go. There's a topic we got ready to go.
I like waffles?
Waffles.
Was that
Boom.
was that the thing when you...
But it is something that can be discussed as
like
my brain
waffles.
tries to locate.
I haven't had waffles in a while, but
Okay.
I like them. I don't know, it was the first thing that popped in my head while I was thinking of random stuff to say, so.
Do you like Belgian waffles the most?
Shoot, what's in a Belgian waffle again?
Belgian waffle is essentially
Is it just-
a more fancier, more
is that the one with, like-
flavorful type of waffle, in a sense.
Well, with my current eating habits, I would probably have to make the waffles from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
So I would assume it would end up being a Belgian waffle. So probably yes.
Okay.
But also just from straight mix is great too. It's hot bread with fancy maple syrup packets. So,
It's pretty
I'm not
delicious.
picky. I just eat waffles.
Eggo
Eggo waffles.
waffles.
slap.
Whoa.
Those things are magic on a plate. I could eat the whole box in one day if I had
Absolutely.
the capacity and the lack of sanity to do so.
Yes.
But they unfortunately have milk in them, and I am allergic to milk, so I can no longer have them.
Right.
But écrase,
Tear.
as they roll down into my mask and soak in.
I remember the commercials for it. There was
Lego.
one
my
commercial
Lego.
where the dad was trying to take it from the kids.
Mm-hmm.
There would always be a kazoo playing for the background music track for these commercials back in the day.
Magic.
And he would always fail trying to get their ego off.
Lego my ego.
Yeah, Lego my ego. I thought that was a different language.
Mm-hmm.
The Lego part, not the my ego. Just that they created a whole new word as a kid.
Kind of.
I scratched my head and said, "Huh?"
I've never actually. Well, maybe I have heard kids use it, but like, Like, it's more of like, don't take it or leave me alone instead of Lego.
Yeah, Mom.
Lego is a word for plastic building blocks that everyone's childhood is made better by. Everyone. I mean it. Even pretty pink princesses.
Oh yeah.
You need Legos for pretty pink princesses.
Absolutely.
So they can make their
kingdom
starships.
And castle
Their
and
mega troll blasting starship
things.
Whatever it is that kids make nowadays. I don't know.
There was also the commercials where the Eggo waffle would be running away from the fork. And then he'd either fall on the plate or the fork would catch up to him. And then it would have Lego my Eggo.
That sounds like the same level of the Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereals eating each other.
Just eating each other all the time. Fair,
Cinnamon Toast Crunch does live up to the hype, but you have to eat fast.
Okay.
Like all cereal. You got to eat it fast, otherwise the milk sucks up all the sugar. And then you're like sad bread pieces with milk.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, but... I only eat Cheerios now.
Okay,
so.
Cheerios the are one cereal kid me refused to consume. I wanted sugar in my bloodstream.
But like you gotta have the honey coated.
Yeah, honey nut Cheerios. That was the go-to.
Those are the good. The plain Cheerios is if you've had a heart attack recently and need to chill.
Yeah,
but like. But the honey Cheerios is just it's just enough for me, and I used to be that kid who would put a scoop of straight sugar on top of them. So like you put your Cheerios and you put your milk in, because milk lasts. And then you take sugar or even brown sugar if you want to be fancy and just sprinkle it over the top, so then you get sugar encrusted Cheerios with the honey flavor and everything. And then that would like soak into the milk as you go and be like sugary milk at the end. So, if you want to never sleep again as a child, add sugar to your cereal.
That's the way to go.
But I grew out of that phase.
Some days you don't mind staying up. Some days you might want to be careful.
Some days you just want a heart-healthy bowl of Cheerios and go on your way.
Read a scary book, you don't want to stay up late because you'll look at your cover and because it's dark, it'll look like a dragon or a snake. And then when the morning comes, you realize it was a bunched up part of the covers. But as a kid, it looks like an enemy, a dragon, something scary.
Yeah, I think mine would just be shadows within shadows is what I would see as a kid.
Okay.
Was like I would read scary book or something. I didn't read a lot, but there was one that I read that was about the Loch Ness Monster, and that the animal the Loch Ness Monster was actually, which are a real animal, they can come out of the water for short periods of time. Like, they're like an eel type creature, so like it still like has to go back in. It's not an alligator, but like it could come out, and like this particular one that was the monster was extra big, so it was able to really get out there. And so like that was super scary for Rebecca.
Yeah.
And so you'd like look in the shadows of your room or something, or you'd see like just enough moonlight, but it doesn't hit this one part, so there's a shadow within the shadow, and you're like, what is that?
What is that?
And like it's looking at me, but it's never, there's nothing there.
Right.
And you just hope that it's not actually anything and you're just insane.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that.
I would also wonder if there was something beneath the bed, waiting for my legs to fall just at the right level for something to grab it and bring me down underneath the bed.
I was never really scared of anything under the bed. I was scared of, not really scared, but I always imagined it was there, and I had to like go fast to get to my bed when I turned off the lights. That there was like a weird crab monster that lived in the shadows of my closet, and it liked the dark, so it would come out when it was dark. So it was like the monster under the bed situation where it's like too low to get you if you're in bed.
Yeah.
And so like I'd turn off the light and like go as fast as I could to get to my bed, or like up the stairs into my loft bed and stuff, because like, oh, it can't climb stairs, I gotta get up there. And then it would just like guard the foot of my bed and stuff, like it would eat anybody, so it'd be fine.
Yeah.
But, like, I was like, oh, okay, we're doing that now. So thankfully, never got eaten by the scary crab creature that lived in the closet that I totally was real. But also that's like the closest I ever came to being afraid of anything.
Yeah.
Come daytime, it's never there. So.
Ooh, my goodness.
Because it goes back to its cave.
Yeah, back to its cave where it eats salmon sticks. Salmon sticks and gravy.
Ooh, gravy sounds nice. Now I'm hungry. Dang it, man.
Dang it, we gotta have a lunch.
hungry.
We're gonna have a quick lunch break, and we'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. I don't have time to
Yes,
go.
we gotta head out.
All right. Is it time for the main course?
The main course. The main course
Start the
is
food puns now.
French toast, Eggo waffles, marshmallow, Lucky Charms. That's the main course.
We're filming this at 6:30 at night.
Are
you having breakfast for dinner?
Brinner.
Oh.
Yes. I only had Brinner once as a kid.
Ever?
I believe so. Brinner, and then at very, very late at night.
I mean, who needs hot bread for dinner?
Yeah.
Like, just eat pasta if you're gonna have hot bread. Like,
Yeah.
I think I had it a couple times, but it was always like, not so much like it was so much work, but like it was such a thing that like my parents wanted to keep it special, so we wouldn't have it like every Sunday or something. It would be like a couple times a year, maybe, and like we'd have to beg. We'd have to beg for it. Please, I want pancakes for dinner. So we'd have some, but like it's so much more different than like actual nice Saturday morning. You don't have to do anything all day breakfast.
Right.
So those were the days.
Yeah, I'm glad my parents kept me away from the Lucky Charms cereal because I had a habit of the marshmallows. Cereal isn't really being touched necessarily. It's the marshmallows.
Here's the science, because I'm totally good at science, really good at science. Is you get a box of Lucky Charms and you shake the box because the marshmallows are less dense than the cereal, so they'll float to the top of the box. And then you just open and you scoop all the marshmallows out and eat those and throw away the box.
Ah, there we go.
Who needs a cereal? Blech.
Yeah.
Now, Lucky Charms marshmallows with Honey Nut Cheerios. That would be good.
Wow.
Because the gross Lucky Charms cereal is nasty, but put it with the Cheerios, that'd be a combination out of this world.
Out of this world.
With the spoonful of sugar.
Yeah. I never had Apple Jacks, Cookie Crisp.
I think I've had Apple Jacks.
Okay.
A couple times. I think they were road trip breakfast things, because you could get these little tiny boxes.
Oh, yeah. It's in the store.
The little boxes, and a lot of them would be road trip friendly, where you could turn it on its side, open the top, cut open the packaging, and pour milk straight in. And then you could eat it, like, in the car or something, because it would still be in that whole packaging, and then you just throw the whole thing away, and you don't have to get a bowl out or anything. And so, like, I think I've had Apple Jacks that way. Was there Rice Krispies? I had the Cookie Crisp one, but I got a headache so fast. That one.
Oh, yeah.
Or I ate, and then I ate, like, 3 boxes of Cocoa Puffs.
Okay.
Cocoa Puffs are amazing. But also got a headache because we were on a windy road that day.
Oh.
And when you get that chocolate headache and you're just like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no, my brain.
My brain, it hurts.
But I have a stomach of steel, so we were good.
Right.
It's just like, it was not a good day. But Apple Jacks are pretty good. I haven't had them in a while, so like, I don't know if they're amazing or not.
Can we get someone out there? Everyone's shaking. No, we don't. Apple Jacks. Look, that's
But I remember they
Yeah.
were good. I just
Uh-huh.
don't know if they're good now.
Okay.
I have to go get some, I guess. I have to finish my 4-month-old box of Cheerios first.
Uh-oh.
It takes forever to go through them because I only crave certain foods at certain
Right.
times. So it's like, why did I buy the family pack?
Very good. It was 69 cents more, and I could have saved those
I know.
for cookies or something.
Or just the bank account.
Yeah, or just reserve it strictly for the bank account.
Those 69 cents, so important.
Mm-hmm.
Most important thing.
Most important thing you'll ever have, folks. Most important thing. Frozen garlic bread was a treasure for me as a kid growing up. And I was never really picky on the brand. Every brand was, for the most part, pretty delicious.
You said for garlic bread?
Frozen garlic bread.
Garlic bread's just amazing.
Put it in the oven. It would. I'm not sure if my parents would thaw it right away, or if there was directions saying, just put it in the oven. Don't thaw it. Just let it do its thing in the oven.
Yeah.
Then it would come out soft, and you would see that butter and the garlic on top.
Delicious.
Oh, my goodness.
I think my mom must have defrosted them before doing, because she loved to burn garlic bread by accident. Like, it would happen almost every single time. She'd have to buy 2 sets of garlic bread if she wanted to make one, just in case she burned it.
Wow.
And so, like, she would always cook it, and it would always come out burned. And it's like, what's happening, Mom? It's either that she was baking it open face, or she was baking it not properly or something, but always burned. Honestly, though, you put more butter on it, it's fine. You can't taste it.
The
It's
butter
just extra crispy or something.
dilutes the burnt bits of the bread.
That's totally how that works.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. But I remember we had some good garlic bread.
Okay.
I can't eat cheese now, but but like the cheesy garlic bread always threw me off. I wasn't necessarily like, you had to have a good amount of cheese on it to be a good cheesy bread, but like if like you get the store-bought cheesy garlic bread, it never quite hit right.
Okay.
Because you always see like the photos where they've just got mountains of cheese on there, and it's just like more cheese than garlic bread, and that stuff's probably great. But like when it's just like this little awkward sprinkle of like mozzarella crumbles on the top, and you're just like, what is this? Then it's just not. Wasn't the same. I was like, just give me the butter and the garlic. I don't need anything else.
Right.
I don't need this cheese nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
And who needs calories?
Calories, yeah.
Ugh.
Let's cut that down.
I don't like to count them, so I just ignore them.
Just don't tell me how much it is. I'll
cry about it later.
I'll regroup at 12 o'clock in the morning after
With my
going
sugar
through
bomb.
the pantry
With my
and
sugar bomb
realizing what
cereal.
I've eaten. I've never had a bacon sandwich before.
Like straight bacon sandwich?
Yeah, bacon sandwich, I don't know what are the essentials needed in
Like
a bacon
BLT?
sandwich.
Or like
Yeah, something
Oh.
like that. A bacon sandwich with maybe a sausage patty combo thingy. I don't.
Did anyone else think of just 2 pieces of bread with bacon in the middle?
Oh.
I've never
Mom,
heard
give
of
me
that.
a bacon sandwich.
But like a BLT's easy.
Okay.
You got your bread, and you put your bacon. Well, first mayo, or whatever non-mayo-y mayo spread you want. Then bacon, and then lettuce to cover the bacon,
Right.
and then tomatoes, and then you top off. You can put cheese with the bacon if you're feeling like a fatty, but I've never had a cheesy BLT, so
Right.
I don't know if it's any good. But that's literally all you have to do. You can swap out for spinach or something. You just have to have that layer between the bacon and the tomatoes, so the tomato juice doesn't mess with the bacon, and you're good to go.
Good
The
to go.
crispier and crunchier the bacon, the better, because when it's like stringy and harder to bite through, it's a big problem with sandwiches.
Yeah.
It's like when you bite something and then you bring out half the sandwich with you.
You-
You're like, well, now this is just going to be bread and
yeah,
lettuce.
bread, mustard,
So you
and
want extra crunchy bacon that just cuts right through when you bite it. And now I've made myself hungry again. I don't even eat bacon. Ah!
no.
That
Yeah.
one's good. And then sausage patty, egg, cheese, bacon, good to go. So
Good girl.
From one vegan to a non-vegan.
No, I am.
You
I started February 2019.
Oh.
Yes.
Since when?
Uh-huh.
I did not hear about this. We're talking about bacon. Two
Plot
vegans
twist.
talking about bacon.
Yeah. Oh, bacon. Yeah.
But it did just make myself hungry.
Yeah. Oh.
Like, of the things that I like miss as a vegan is like bacon and like a good rare steak.
Yeah.
And it's like I can't eat those
Right.
for many reasons, but also I miss the taste. So it's like I cry.
Mm-hmm.
But there's occasionally scrambled eggs, but like Yeah, I'll eat my Cheerios.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a car or truck on the road driving a passenger with no one in the seat before? When I was in the Chandler Mall,
Like a
my
seat.
brother noticed someone got in a car. There was no one in the front seat, and it
Oh.
took them somewhere.
It was it must have been shoot, what's her name? Now I feel bad. I feel like a bad nerd. The Invisible Girl from Fantastic Four. Must have been her.
Oh.
Whatever her name is. Yes, it must have been her driving.
Okay.
She got, briefly nervous about something and just that's my hat. But must have briefly just went invisible for a bit and was driving someone else around. And it's like, oh no, I almost got in a car accident. I'm just
disappear.
Oh gosh, I almost got in a car accident recently, and it wasn't my fault.
Okay.
Wasn't my fault. I was turning right. I was not late to work, but like it was one of those things. If I took any longer, I'd probably end up being late to work. I was turning right to get onto this road, the last home stretch to get to work, and someone pulls out of that left lane to make a left turn into the parking lot that I was turning past. Like there's an entrance right here, and the turn is right here. So I'm turning, she decides to just swoop across as I'm making my turn with a green light. And I'm like, excuse me. Thankfully, she did the sorry, sorry, and keeps driving past, but we were, I'm glad I'm good at brakes. And that my foot was over the brake kind of anyway, because I was making the turn, so that was scary. That's probably one of the closest I've been to an accident where I would have hit someone straight on. I've had stuff where, someone on the freeway, cuts me off a little bit too close and I freak out. There was a guy in LA with no working brake lights in rush hour traffic. And so he would just keep drifting forward, but you wouldn't tell that he's slowing down or even stop until you're coming up on him. And I'm like, how has he not been pulled over? How has his car not been towed? And thankfully no crashes. Haven't crashed my car yet. The only damage it has is from rocks. Or my brother was driving my mom's car into the, to park. You have to park, back and front. And so my car was parked in there. He's pulling in. He mixes up the brakes and the gas just for a second and taps the back of my car. And there's, a little scratch. And I'm like, this guy doesn't even have a permit. And my mom was letting him practice parking the car. And I was like, I'm not going to do anything because it's tiny damage. Yeah. But I'm like, oh, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Don't like it. Post-it note on the back.
That was a while ago, so I don't feel like.
You're right.
I'm I take good care of this car for the most part. I don't want people scratching it up with those little things. No, thank you.
It's precious vehicle, precious method of transportation.
My precious.
Yes.
My precious.
Folks, thank you for tuning in to this episode. We're gonna have a dinner break.
Dinner break?
An actual dinner break. An actual one.
Actual dinner
and we will see you.
7,000 years.
Future me will post when our next episode is up. And he will predict when it will we will reappear and that we will see you soon.
Yeah.
Boom.